Yep, that's right. Here's the classic cutscene, or the opening that you guys know and love from Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. So hey guys, NitsuaGamer here back, and this is more of an update video, but also a testing video to make sure that I can actually get my console games to work. So that way I can get back to console games. Now, sadly, there is a downside. You know, due to, like, technology updating to the HD crap and stuff, it really reduces the possibilities of us as Let's Players actually doing retro games. I mean, I'm no tech guy, even though I'm more the tech guy at the house for some reason, but seriously, playing LP and retro games is actually harder than modern games. I mean, if you want to do an LP of, like the HD games or the modern games like from the Wii, Xbox, or PlayStation 3, then go ahead, but it's going to cost like a buttload of money. So anyway, let's just get to the main point. So, it's been a while since I've done console Let's Plays, and the reason why is mostly because of school, but the other reason is because I just found it so easy to just do computer Let's Plays, and that's where the NES Legend of Zelda came in, and that's where Amnesia, Slender, and what else did I do on my computer? Tetris Attack came in. You know, I just find it easier. Hi, Diamond, my cat. I just find it easier to just do it on, like, my computer rather than doing console Let's Plays, because console Let's Plays just takes more time to set up and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so what is the downside of what's happening, but yet the upside? Well, the upside is that you will more than likely see more Let's Plays of this.
Select your character.
But what is the downside? Well, the downside is pretty much the experience that I'm given. What you guys will be getting is no different than what you have been getting before. Now, previously, the VCR and the TV that I used actually belongs to my sisters, and well, the problem is that at some point when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna record a console Let's Play, it turns out that our VCR was having problems. Now, what was the main problem? Well, the VCR wasn't working, and it finally bit the dust. So, yeah, here's a little picture of it right now, and yeah, the little DVD hatch that you see, apparently for some reason you can't close that thing. So yeah, it's stuck looking that way, the VCR is broken, it's history. And that TV is also history too, because the new VCR that we got is what you see in this picture right here, and this flat screen TV used to belong in my room, but now we're kind of just using it since this old TV never worked. But yeah, now I'm able to actually come back to the console Let's Plays. Now, what is the downside to it? Because sure, you get the same experience and stuff, but what is the downside on my side? Well, here's a little screen capture. This is my little Elgato video capture, actually, you know, recording the game and such, audio, video, and all that sort of stuff. So what is the downside? Well, I cannot find a way to actually have the VCR, like, actually use, like, the two components of, like, recording the gameplay on the TV. However, I found something interesting. I can just play this game just on the video capture. I don't even need the TV. Yes, I know that sounds weird, but I'm not even using the TV right now. I'm just using the Elgato video capture, and it works perfect. I mean, what I'm seeing right now is perfectly in sync to what it is like in the game. Like, I'm not... Okay, well, I lost control there because I wasn't holding down on the control stick. But I'm not actually losing control because the video and audio is not behind on Elgato Capture. And that's what's awesome about this program. Like, I can actually just play the game and just have the video recorder actually guide me. I mean, I can hear the audio pretty well and all that sort of stuff. And plus, it looks better on my computer screen than it does on my actual TV. Okay, well, the TV I was using before was crap because there's lots of fingerprints over it. But the TV that is being used, that I'm not using, it has its issues that for some reason I can't actually play the game and actually have the video capture to work. Commentary is no problem. Commentary, I can just commentate nothing, like, right now. But as for the video capture, I can't get that to work and play the game at the same time on the TV. So what's the solution? Well, screw the TV, I'm just playing the game alone. I can just play this game alone, and it's effective. It's actually effective, and the VCR is like, wait, what the heck? You're not even displaying this. How are you even playing this? Well, I'm actually playing this because I'm seeing it through the video capture of what the video capture is actually sending to me. And it's perfectly in sync, which makes everything easy. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this level, so I'm not perfect. And yeah, so what is the downside? Because if I'm playing this straight from my computer, then I can notice any problems, like my audio cutting off from my audio source, or any recording issues with the Elgato video capture. The downside is screensaver, because there's moments where my screen can go dark, and it really gets in the way. Like, you know how sometimes you're on your laptop or something, and you're watching, like, a YouTube video, and then suddenly your screen goes dark, you have to, like, put your finger on the mouse pad just to actually get it back to brightness again? Well, I have to do that every single frickin' time with this. So yeah, that's gonna get very annoying. But the bright side is that you do get to see the console Let's Plays again. Now, depending on how this recording comes out, like as the final, I will say that my return to console Let's Plays will be official for those of you who had enough of my computer LP games. So there we go. Sonic saved the animals along with Tails. Okay, so I'm just doing this on the Gamecube because I want to make sure that the Gamecube works just as well as it did when I was using the previous VCR. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm just going to cut from here. Now that I explained why it's been a while since a console Let's Play has been uploaded, I'm just going to switch to Nintendo 64. Now, sadly with Elgato, like the Elgato video capture, it has black lines in the background. Like look at this. I can't go into look mode apparently in this area. But if you look at this, look at the bright... I can't freaking... Oh, God. You know what? Let me just go to the Station Square area because it might be easier to see there. And damn it, screensaver, you... Okay. Let me just... Okay. Look out into the area, right in the blue. Do you see any black lines? Like black straight lines coming down. Now if you don't, that's the reason why I have more GameCube Let's Plays like Sonic Adventure DX, Luigi's Mansion, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. That's the reason why I've been doing like GameCube Let's Plays, is because you barely see those black lines on the GameCube. But on the Nintendo 64, however, as seen in my Super Mario 64 Let's Play, well, let me just show you. Yep, you all saw this coming. Well, okay, well maybe not with this exact same game, but I'm pretty sure some of you are like, Nitsa, why are you doing this game? I mean, didn't you already LP this game? I mean, shouldn't you do some of your favorites like Ocarina of Time, or Banjo-Kazooie, or Donkey Kong 64? I would, but I just felt like doing this game because it definitely gives a better example. But anyway, what I was talking about previously was the black lines. Look at Mario. You can see the black lines in his hat alone. Yeah, I'm crossing your eyes, Mario. Now let's start. And look at this. You can even see the black lines clearly just right there. And if you think that's worse, well, trust me, it gets worse. Yeah, you can see the black lines clearly, and look at this. Look at the sky. You can see those black lines just bright and clear, just shining at you. If you look at my Let's Play of Super Mario 64, you see those black lines in the background, and it's really irritating. Well, I guess at least for the viewing. Now, why didn't this bother me before when I first did a Let's Play of this game? Well, the only reason why I Let's Played this game is because I believed it was the very first, well, game that I probably played as a child, and that's the reason why I did an LP of this game. And I saw black lines, and I was like, beep that, beep, I'm just gonna LP this game. Just because I believe this was one of my very first games. So, what is the downside? Well, for me, for playing, when I was playing this on the TV, I did not have those black lines. But with the Elgato Pro, for some reason, for, you know, I guess for the Nintendo 64 being, well, 64-bit or something, I'm not sure if that's a reason, if for some reason the recording does this, and it's not just for this game, but it's for all Super Nintendo 64 games. Yeah, I was trying to take the shortcut, but let's just carry on. Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem with the N64 games. And I don't want to use emulator as an alternative, because the emulators for Nintendo 64s suck. So, if anything, I want to play the N64 games on the actual N64. And, you know, I want my N64, like, it's still the very first N64 I've had, and it's still alive and well, and it hasn't been in the dust yet, and I'm glad it hasn't. So, if you want to see N64 games, and if you're not bothered by the black lines in the background, then comment below. If it bothers you, then I'm sorry, but what you see is what you get with this stupid Elgato video capture. You kind of do see it on the Gamecube, but the thing is, the Gamecube hides it so well that you barely notice it. And that's the downside with Elgato video capture. Now, onto another topic. While I do want to continue console Let's Plays, which sadly I'll be doing more computer Let's Plays with finishing Amnesia and trying to get all 8 pages in Slender, I just want to stick with that because it's much more easier for me, especially for the fact that I'm in my senior year of high school, so it's best for me not to just screw my last year in high school up. So, yeah. Now, what I want to talk about is that I'm pretty sure some of you want to actually see me play, like, games from the Wii. Because, look at this. I'm playing a Nintendo 64 game, and as you saw me playing previously, was a Nintendo GameCube game. I'm not sure if I can plug in my Super Nintendo. I couldn't with the previous VCR that was being used. If it does work for this, I'll test it out. If it doesn't, then I'll be ending this update and testing video. So I might be able to record SNES Let's Plays, you know, actual, like, NNES Let's Plays on here, but if the black lines get in the way, then I'm just sticking with the emulators, because emulators for the NES and SNES usually work absolutely great. I mean, if you watch my Tetris Attack Let's Play of Puzzle Mode and my Let's Play of Quest 1 of The Legend of Zelda, you can see that they're perfect just by emulator. So I might actually just stick with emulators for the N64, or not the N64, the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo. But for Nintendo 64, screw emulators because emulators are just screwed up. So for GameCube and N64, it's gonna be with video capture. Now as for the Wii and the what's the other system? Okay, I definitely need to get to some sleep. But for the Wii and the Xbox, I don't have a PlayStation 3 yet. I'm hoping I do get one. How am I going to record those? Like, how am I going to record off of those consoles? Well, the answer to that... I thought there was a shell in here. I guess not. Anyway, how am I going to record it? Well, the answer to that is that... Okay, I'll just post a picture because I'm kind of saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, so this is the Elgato video capture, but in HD. So what does this mean? This is what I'm going to be using for my Wii and Xbox when I actually eventually get the... Do I pick this up? I don't know, I never really used the shell. But yeah, I'm hoping that I do get the Elgato Video HD capture, but the problem is it's like so dang expensive, and I kid you not. I mean, when I went to the store just to find out how much it was, I think it was cheaper online than it was in the actual store. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I want to try to get this system, and with this I will be able to actually record Wii games and the Xbox games and PlayStation 3 games if I ever get a PlayStation 3 system. That is until PlayStation 4 comes out. Now, the problem with the Wii games and the Xbox games is that you're less likely to see any games that comes from the Wii or the Xbox. I mean, if so... I died? If so, it would be more likely on weekend recordings. I mean, trust me, I barely get the TV in the living room where my Wii and the Xbox is. So yeah, it's going to be rare for you to see me actually play the Wii and Xbox consoles, but that will be a thing that will happen. I will eventually do Wii and Xbox console gaming, but once I get this Elgato Video HD capture card, then I will record those. And what will I start off with? I don't know. And again, screensaver gets in the way. Okay, well, it is not the screensaver, just my screen, like lowering down on its brightness. Like, really gets annoying. So yeah, despite the downside for the fact that I have to play this looking at my computer rather than the actual TV, thank God that Elgato Video Capture is perfectly in sync with the game. Or otherwise, I would have to say RIP console games, because I still have not 100%ed Super Mario Sunshine, which I plan to do. And, oh wait, it's been a while since I played this. I think the last time I played this was the time I did an LP of this. Okay, whenever I get distracted, I always cut myself off for some reason. I hate that. Okay, so long story short, if you want to see NES or SNES Let's Plays, it will be on Emulator. If you want to see GameCube or N64 games, then it will be what you see is what you'll get, which means you will get those black lines. I'm sorry, but Emulator I am not going to do. I mean, I know this game, Super Mario 64, is probably like the only perfect emulator to actually play, and it'll be like in high quality and such. But no, I prefer to play it on the N64. Screw Virtual Console. And then as for the Wii and the Xbox, and when I get the PlayStation 3 eventually, it will actually be with the Elgato Video Capture HD. But even with my paycheck that I got for this month, even though it is enough for me to get the dang thing, I'm not going to spend my money mostly on that. So what does this mean? Eventually I will get this, and you will eventually see the Wii and the Xbox games, because there are Wii and Xbox games that I'll love to LP. Most of them I'll love to do blind. Like, I still have not played Donkey Kong Country, even though I've had it for almost 2 years. Yeah, hard to believe, I know. Yeah, it gives you an idea of how much I lack the time to play games. I mostly have time to go on my own computer, which sucks. Okay, so I think I'm spending over like 10 minutes on this, so I'm just gonna end this by going to the Dark World in Bowser. So yeah, the point is, you will see the console videos come back, and I basically give you my explanation on why you haven't been seeing them. So the old VCR bit the dust, the new one is good. The sad thing is, I can't really play these console games on the TV, which sucks. But however, since it works on the VCR, I can just record it straight from the VCR and just play it with whatever I see and hear on the video capture, and it's perfectly in sync to the game, so it's not like it's far behind like on the Dazzle or anything like that. But as for the Elgato video capture, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to just play that from what I see on the TV. so that's all that there is. I know I'm kind of dragging this on, but you will see more console Let's Plays, and pretty much the retro stuff with NitsuaGamer is back, so which means you don't have to see those computer games anymore. I mean, I will return back to, like, trying to get through Amnesia, which, do I have to? And then, of course, trying to get all 8 pages in Slender. Slender, you better not troll me. And then, of course, trying to do a 100% of, like, Super Mario Sunshine. The reason why I haven't really been doing much of Super Mario Sunshine is because the next thing I'm wanting to do is 100% Rico Harbor, and I'm wanting to do it with a Pacific co-commentator. But of course, he lives in the UK. I live in like the Pacific Standard Time of Western Canada, so it's kind of hard to actually just schedule stuff. Because it was even hard enough for like Super Sajak and I probably said his name wrong, to actually plan that one session for the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Wrong direction. So yeah, hopefully when I get back to the console recordings, hopefully I can get back to getting more videos out for Super Mario Sunshine, and hopefully 100%ing that damn game. And then, of course, getting on to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, since I completed Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Ah, dang it. And then, of course, getting to mission mode for Sonic Adventure DX. Yeah, so that's pretty much my update, so I'm just gonna end it because you pretty much get the basic idea. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna end it after I beat Bowser, so let's try to beat this SOB. Come along, the Bowser! We're gonna throw you straight to a mine. No. Oh, what the frick? I seriously lack skill in this game. Well, hey, at least most of that fire went away. Oh my god, no. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played this. There we go. Sorry for destroying you, Bowser. Haha, I killed the real Bowser. Grr, I was a bit careless. This is not what I was planned. But I still hold the power to the stars, and I still have Peach. Bruhaha, you'll get no more stars from me. I'm not finished with you yet. And this guy is an overactor who doesn't even sound like Bowser. I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later. Too many cliches. Ah, whatever. It's still classic. Okay, so there you go, guys. You know what? Screw it. I'm not even gonna test Super Nintendo because I prefer to play that on the emulator. So, thank you guys for watching this update. I know it was very long and you're probably bored throughout all of it, but hey, at least you get to see the update of me playing the game rather than sitting in my chair and just going blah 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 blah. Then again, I probably do more blah 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 blahs in my Let's Plays than I do in my actual chair. So anyway, guys, we'll see you later, and by we, I mean Mario and I. So, I'll see you later, and I'm turning off the console. Why does the blue background have to have the lines?